Okay. Here we go. I hope this actually is going to work a lot better. All right. I like to design things and come up with ideas for things. It's one of my passions. It always has been since I was a little girl. Granted, I've always gotten told quite a bit how ridiculous, stupid, or funny my ideas, designs are. Um, but that doesn't mean that I don't still love making them. So, this is from the app um home design. Hold on. Yes, we'll leave it. Uh, Home Design 3D. Um, I don't have the money to be able to pay for the marker, so the app you see me moving around, that's the design I'm working on or the app I'm using to work on this design. Okay, now I have it in um view mode right now, which means this is what the house would look like if you were actually walking up. Now I am not done with it. Obviously, I haven't even gotten the tough steps. Here's me. Not really. I hope you know that. Okay, so walking into my house. Okay. And I even got a little welcome mat, which I didn't realize was off center. There we go. It's centered now. So walking into my house, and this is the entrance room kind of thing. You got a seat so you could take off your shoes. Um, Now they don't actually have a shoe thing in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the shelves, and we're gonna put this over here. And this is gonna be basically the shoe rack, where you can keep your shoes. Um, Sometimes, with all these apps, sometimes it's best to view it in um this view, and sometimes it's best not to, or it's best to view it in aerial. And well, anyways, it's just best to view it in a different way. Okay, so we're gonna get rid of this one. They don't have the actual hooks that I wanted to add to the wall. I wanted to add personal hooks to the wall, obviously, but they don't have it. So the closest I could come to it was this thing, um, which is in kids. You go all the way down. Actually, I don't think it was. Yeah, it was this far. This is what is actually up there right now, but I played around with it until I got it to look like it's, meant for, adults. Um, I had a couple actual design ideas for the entrance room. Either have two closets in that part, put a closet in there instead, and which I can probably do that. Yeah, you need to be in an aerial view to do. All right, you know what? We're gonna get rid of these, even though. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Oh, we gotta get rid of you and you and you. You and you. Ah, come on. Yeah, sometimes I come into that problem where, I can't actually. Oh, I forgot. Okay, so go this way. And then do that. Which means I'll probably have to. No, I don't want to get rid of that. Anyways, what I was saying is that sometimes you have to turn that around. in order to, or turn the screen around in order to do something to select an item, because sometimes it won't select it. It won't even read that you're selecting that item. And as you can see, sometimes the items, like as you saw just a moment ago when I was making that smaller, it made all the other ones move over, so I had to go back and do that. So actually, so the point is that it is a little bit harder sometimes to do this than anything else, um but sometimes it's not that hard. um as everything, it all depends. Okay, I'm trying to do that so I can bring you over here. There we go. Okay, if I did that wrong, which I think I did, yes, I did that wrong. Darn it. Um, okay, so that's weird. Nope, go back. I want you to stay. Okay, now the walls actually should be really thin, because it is a closet. There's no point in having the walls thick on a closet. So I'm going to make the walls thin. Measurement isn't, my measurements are never exact on these, because actually I kind of suck on that. But this is about as close as I can get to, you know. For me, it's just more the view than it is anything else. Whether or not it looks like it. Okay, that's right. At least I think that's right. And why are you over here? Oh, yeah, because I did the thing. Okay, so I have to put you guys back. See, I wish that this actually had a lock, where like as soon as you put the item where you want it, you can hit lock and it will stay in that area and you don't have to worry about the room kind of moving it around on you. And by the looks of it, the room is still not quite right. Or the closet. I'm usually a bigger, perfectionist on this kind of matter. Um so in other words, I usually like to make sure everything is, completely even and equal, but sometimes I'm not so lucky. So sometimes I have to like just breathe and tell myself it's okay, we're gonna survive. Oh, I accidentally hit the wrong one. Okay, so all right, now put you over here. Okay, so let's see, what was the other thing I had to do to... I just had that in my head, what I had to do, and I can't even remember what it was. Oh, door. Yeah, it would help if we had a door in there, huh? Okay, so we'll go here, obviously. Now, these are some of the door designs. I actually like things like these ones, designs that are a little, I guess you could say, unique or different. There's that. Okay, so we should probably do a different wood design, however. Something more along my dark room kind of view thing. Ah, yep, that looks like it works just fine. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna also mirror this because a door would be better if it came out away from the um, seats. Now the seats are so, like I said, so if you want to sit down, take your shoes off, or whatever reason you might want to sit, um that's actually what that's designed for. And hold on, I think I may have, no, that's in there perfectly. Maybe it's this one. Yep, it's this one. I knew one of the windows was off. There we go. Okay, so now I like all these windows because I like, being able to have the sun come in my house during the day. So here we go. We got me again. Okay. And just FYI, this is nowhere close to what I actually look like. Alright, so you come in, you take your shoes off, your jacket off, and by the way, mirrors. I didn't explain that. I like the idea of having mirrors in the area in which, I'm going to be. Um, what's the best way to explain it? Well, you know how when you're about to leave the house and most people are like, "Hey, how do I look? How do I look? Are you sure I look okay?" Or, okay, vain. There we go. This is my vain factor, and that was incorrect. That was not what I wanted to do. Ugh. Okay, so let's undo that. I have a feeling. Whoops, copy. No, my feeling was incorrect. I had a feeling that, that area was a normal size, but apparently not. Okay, so, anyways, my original desire was to make it one whole big mirror, not a whole bunch of. You know what? I should have just looked to see if that was possible before I did this. Sometimes resizing something makes it horrible or awful or, just really crappy looking in here. Um, and sometimes not so much. Okay. Alright, so I guess large mirror works. So anyways, originally the idea for this is so that, like if you're walking out of the house and you want to take one last look to make sure you're looking okay, or, just anything like that. Um, do have an obsession over mirrors, and I also have an obsession over windows, that I'm hoping you realized. Um, so mirrors and windows are my two obsessions in a house. Oh, and cupboards and stuff like that, which I know this house will never, come true. It won't actually, you know, be or exist. But okay, I'm gonna pause this for a second. I wonder how this will Okay, so I did a couple things while I put you on pause. Um, I brought my girl, my woman, me, my avatar in here. Um, anyways, so I did that because, well, you know what, I'm not gonna put that in there right now. To show you, like, if you walked in, now, okay, hold on, I'm sorry. I hate when that happens. Okay, sometimes this is okay, it works, sometimes it doesn't, like, um, because as you see over here, if you see the unique shape of that, that means that this wall over on this side is touching that. Um, so because of that, the magnet thing won't work. So that means if I push it up against the wall, it won't stop once it touches the wall. So you have to go by best estimates. That's another thing that kind of sucks about this. Okay. Well, not kind of, it really does. Okay, now as you see, this is the way the closet looks when you're inside the closet. Um, I wanted to be able to put a bar up on top, maybe a couple where you can put your coats and stuff in case you have like a whole bunch of, coats. Like if you get a whole bunch of guests, that's the whole idea for most of this is, I mean, anyone who can afford this, which I cannot, not really, not at all. Um, but anyone who could afford a house like this would probably have large parties, would be able to afford large parties. And they'd probably have a, heap load of people. Okay, I guess this is the best top light. No, no, why are you going in that room? I did not want to go in that room. See, that's one of the other. No. One of the other problems with this app is that okay, is that if you're not careful, it will go wild and send you into several rooms. So we got that. Okay, now I need a top light. That's another thing I like. I would love to make sure I had in my home is plenty of these lights, the ceiling lights. Because they actually are brighter than lamp lights. But of course, I have a couple of extra lamp lights, just in case you just need to, dim down the brightness. But okay, so here we go. Alright, so we got a light over here, a light over here. I think that's enough lights. We don't want to overdo the lights. We don't want to overdo anything, which we won't. Okay, so I'm bringing her back out. No, I didn't bring her through the door. That's the door with, curtains. And this is, I have not actually figured out what to make this room. Maybe it could be the party room or something, but it has two fireplaces. Thought these would be nicer fireplaces. Now I'm still trying to figure out which chair or seat of what kind to, put on the sides. Which actually, this looks really cool, except it just seems too plain for this room. I wanted to make this room extravagant, but not, not too extravagant. Like, not something that... Here. There we go. I like that one. And by the way, that's the end of the couches, so it's not like I could find another one. Alright, so we'll turn you around and bring you out this way a bit, and because you're there, you're moving it. There you go. Okay, now copy. Bring you over here. There you go. Okay. Now, of course, I probably would go with a different design, one that you could actually, you know, I would probably, if I could, if this thing allowed it, I would make a sort of chair right here next to the fireplace, right there, and then put a few throw together kind of couches and chairs around it. But they only give you so many selections, so here we go. This would be pretty cool. Okay. Maybe I might change that. I might change this room's furniture, but for now I'm just going to show you. Okay, so this is the room we just came through. I know because I put a fireplace there. I forgot to tell you about that little fireplace. Every room has a fireplace. Okay, this room is... Which room did I... Oh, living room. And I didn't put my fireplace in there yet. That's okay. This is the living room. I'm not done with the furniture. Like I said, this is not fully done. Okay, so you come out here. Okay, and then you can go in the next room, which is going to be the office room. Please note, I have not finished this. And if you hadn't noticed, I have doors in every room, because it's another obsession of mine. This is my kitchen. Yeah, my idea for a kitchen. I love to cook, but I can't cook a lot. But anyways, not always, but a couple times I had friends at my house when I was cooking, and they were kind of impatient about the fact that they had to wait until certain parts of the meal was done before I could do any other parts, and so on. So in this aspect, this would probably come in handy better to have plenty of fireplace, or plenty of burners and oven. These are supposed to be microwaves up here, but well, I would only have like maybe one microwave in the middle and the rest all be, you know. But anyways, that's the best I could do with what they have on here. This is what I call my cooking sink. One other thing I always found to be a little obnoxious is that if you're cooking and say you just put dishes in the sink from cooking, but you realize you need to rinse off some celery or something, and you don't want to get it dirty or get it yucky or whatever. This way you have your own personal sink, and it would have a food dispenser thingy, or food disposal thing. That way it doesn't get caught up, and if you're doing dishes, you know, in other words, what I'm trying to say is, you don't have to worry about your dishes falling into it or anything like that, because your dishes won't be anywhere near the disposal. And I know I am not speaking proper words or anything like that, and I'm okay with that right now. But yeah, this is the food sink. And I'm going to put the regular sink, right over there. With just, here, I'll show you. With just some basic, cupboards, or countertops like this. I love storage spaces I actually do, but in this instance, I um I really just wanted to be able to, or I wanted to have plenty of windows, which I could make these windows shorter and still put, which I probably will do that. Let's see. There we go. Okay, select more than one. Okay. Delete. Okay. Now if I'm correct, I did this right. Hey! Oh, I still have the select multiple on. I gotta remember to stop doing that. I do that sometimes. Okay. So that will work pretty good. Right? We'll bring you back over there. Okay, so there we go. We got drawers, cupboards. Let's find one sink. Here we go. Wrong sink. There you are. Double wide sink. Alright, here we go. Okay, now we need to resize you guys so you fit. Oh. Here we go again. Okay. There you go. There. Let's bring you. Too far. Too far. Okay, so with these designs, you can do best you can type ordeal. At least you get a sort of idea on what it should look like or what it should be. Let's go back up here. And let's go back to, okay, you guys, regular cupboard. We're going to turn you around so that when somebody wants to use it. Okay, so bring you over. Another double wide. Although I've already got like plenty of drawers, so I really didn't need the drawer one. Actually, I don't need the drawer one at all, but that'll be okay. That'll work. Okay, so you got sink, and now let's go to cupboards, which they also don't give you many options with the cupboards. Okay, bring you up. Okay, so we're gonna copy you. This makes it easier to copy it so that, I don't have to keep hunting for it, and also so that I don't have to, and that I actually should put a shelf type if there is one. I like this. You double click and it will show what you can do, or what it looks like, I mean. That is not what I was looking at. Nope. Nope. Okay, this one can come close, except it's only half. This actually would be a great idea because I could use, if I had something like that in my kitchen right now, it would be perfect because I could put my, soap and scrubby and stuff like that up there, and it would be, well, like I said, perfect. Okay, so let's copy you so that we can bring you, and then mirror. Okay, so it's the best I got. So let's see. Gotta get it out of eye view. I forgot that one. Forgot we were in that view. Okay, so bring you over a little. Bring you over a little. Too much. Too much back. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Now copy you again and just bring you up. So there's, well, mainly my dream idea for a kitchen. Just so you know, I have millions of ideas for all different kinds of kitchens. Most of this is just, you know, well, idea. So there we go. So we're going back to eye view. Alright, now I was gonna fix it to where the bottom part that you can see underneath the windows isn't there, but I think that it would be a good idea to have that wooden piece, so if you have to put anything up against it, it doesn't have to be on your windows or anything. So there we go. There is the kitchen. Okay. Oh, by the way, you probably were wondering about this and I didn't say anything. It's my spice. It would be my spice thing where I could put fresh spices and be able to pull them out. This is like a, you know, breakfast table, sit-in table when, it's just you or just a couple people. The reason I added 2 refrigerators here, if you hadn't noticed, those are refrigerators, is because they don't actually, that I know of, sell a refrigerator that is the same, where the freezer and refrigerator part is the same size as a standard refrigerator. So I put the 2 together to indicate that one is the refrigerator and one is the freezer. Because that's how I would love for, my refrigerator and freezer to work. Okay, now, this is the only rooms where they're conjoined because this is the sunroom. This is supposed to be a glass ceiling, but the closest I could come to was to use the nature and water. That's what this one is, water, or it's supposed to be water. I just changed the color to white to try and make it look like a glass ceiling. And this room has the biggest windows because it is the sunroom. But you can come through the sunroom and go into the dining room, which is where some of the fireplaces that I haven't yet put in the right rooms yet. I just pulled them all out. That's where those are. So here's the dining room. Okay. And of course you come out here. And I'm not sure, but I think we wind up back in, no, we're not back in that room. I don't remember putting that fireplace in here. I guess I did. Guest bedroom, by the way. And this room is, actually, I can't remember what I chose this room to be. Oh yeah, this is the arts and relaxing room where you just sit around and do whatever, you know. So if you want to do art things, and I was going to put some of the music stuff there. It would be my crafts room, which isn't particularly artsy at all. Okay, so I haven't decided yet where the stairs going upstairs is going to be, and I haven't decided, you know, how to design the upstairs yet either. So, but yeah, this is the room, this is the house, and this is how it looks, or is partly how it looks. Now this is how it looks top view, which I showed. Plus large yard, brick wall with a dome ceiling on top of the brick wall. So, because you know, I live in New York, so I actually don't like the cold and I don't like the rain. But because I have to live here, I would put a, you know, like I said, a dome over the, you know, the brick wall, which this doesn't have that kind of thing. So I just realized something. Just give me 1 second. Sorry. Right now I'm using the I used forgot I can't do that. Okay. I used house view or the house in order to build this. This is the same glass like idea I gave it, but it just doesn't look right, you know. Of course, the ceiling would have more of a plastic type ordeal. It also makes this place look dark, even though it's not really dark. Oh, the purpose to all the doors out to going out of the house is in case of fire or anything. Um, you can always have a door to, you know, escape, but that's only downstairs. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do for the upstairs because I don't believe that, you know, you should have so many doors upstairs. Of course, these windows would be like the plexiglass windows, virtually bulletproof, but you know, and it would have some special stuff to keep it warm in the house. And yes, I know this is just a big dream that's probably never going to come true. Let me be more realistic. It will never ever come true. But when I'm done, on the wall, there's obviously going to be a gate over here. I'm just going to put this to show you. That would be where the gate would be. Please tell me I did not just make you move. Nope. Okay, good. That's where the gate would be. And the gate for the driveway would be. And here, we'll use this one. And this is where the gate for the sidewalk would be. And of course, the sidewalk would go all the way out here. And then you just, obviously, you'd come in from outside and there's your, you know. I know a lot of people think I'm crazy and foolish for wanting to design something like this. Especially, well, this part mainly. But I would love to be able to let my dog go run outside and not have to scream, "Get back here! Stay away from the dog, neighbor's dog!" And I'd also love for, you know, him to be able to go outside in the cold and snow and still be able to go potty and me not have to, you know, rush his butt back inside. Because I'll be freezing my butt off. So in this way, all I have to do is open the door. He can go run outside. He loves the outdoors. If he could, he would stay outdoors 24/7, but we do not live in that kind of neighborhood where he can. So he's just kind of stuck in the house all the time. He doesn't exactly like that, obviously. So, yeah, I would love to have a big, beautiful house like this and uniquely designed and shaped. Um, Mainly because I like things that are unique and different, things that, you know, basically scream out me. So, there you have it. Um, so there's the house. I will finish it up and I'll just give you some progress reports every so often. Um, I just realized that is not in the middle of the room, and that's where I wanted it. There we go. Okay. Oh, no, there we don't go. There we go. Alright. Okay, not in the middle of the room, but still. Alright, forget it. That's another thing I wish this thing had was a better ruler design. You know, where it can show me whether or not it's in the middle of the room or, you know, even with each other. Or something. Um, I mean, there are some people who like to use something like this for, you know, personal reasons like me. I'm not an actual, you know, I don't do construction. I don't do this kind of thing. I just like to come up with ideas and designs. And doing this, you know, having this actually gives me that ability, but yeah. Okay, and I forgot to state why I want 3 sinks in the kitchen. Because I know for a lot of people that sounds stupid. But have you ever, you know, come across a dish that, you know, turns out it needs to soak, but you want to get the rest of your dishes done, and that dish is going to fill up your sink, so you have to wait forever? Well, a third sink would help in that matter. You could put that in the third sink and soak it, and also put special, you know, dish soap and stuff for it in the third sink, and you can still continue to wash and rinse in the other 2 sinks without having to stop. I'm also gonna put, and I haven't figured out where, a dishwasher too helps out a lot. Mm, in that aspect, you know, if especially if you have parties, which is why I'm gonna try to figure out, you know, I mean, I could, the design I really wanted to do for a dishwasher is I want my dishwasher to be able to be under the sink, but that's not possible. So let's see. We'll put the dishwasher over here. Even though it will probably be bigger than that because, you know, think about it. If you end up having parties, you're not going to want to wash everything. So you might want to have a bit of a bigger, you know, um a bit of a bigger yes, I speak English at times. Bigger dishwasher so that, you know, you can do all your dishes. Speaking of which, what happened if I did that? Yeah, that is definitely not possible. Okay, there we go. So, I like this. Like I said, I'm pretty obsessed with cupboards and stuff. And you know what? Looking at the refrigerator, I just thought, you know, there's one thing that gets really annoying with refrigerators. You know how when you have like certain items that, like, I don't know, cereal and stuff like that. Um on your refrigerator, and sometimes nothing happens to them, and sometimes, like, if you put something that's um well, like, I don't know, bananas, fruit of some sort, something like that. um so if you put that, it goes bad. So it would probably be a lot cooler or a lot better if you put, here we go, cupboards like these. Ha ha ha. Dang it. And here I thought I was being smart. Oh, I was. Ha! Take that. Okay, we should probably put it down a little bit more though, to where it just touches the sink. That way you can also, if you wanted to, you could also put something on top of the cupboard that's going to be over top of the refrigerator. Damn it. And this is also another thing that kind of makes this hard, is you see the the circle and the twisty, they're the things that you can use to move the items, but because your finger's in the way, you can't actually see if you're evening it out or lining it up like you want to. And also, as you see, both sides move when you change, or when you're trying to resize it, which makes it a lot harder to figure out what size it's supposed to be and stuff. This side it didn't do that, but that's because it's already touching the wall. If it's not touching the wall, both sides will that's why you're not evening out. Oops. Wasn't evening out because it's not touching the refrigerator like I thought it was. Oh, and my phone is about to die. Okay, well, to be continued. Take care, all.